Today we're going to take a quick look at the Litemons LP600Rs. The company did send these over for me to check out and to make this video for you. And I'm going to tell you right up front, these things are pretty amazing. So let's take a look at what comes in this case here. This is the whole kit, everything you need. So first of all, it's a nice hard shell case. So if you do travel with these, you can take it with you. It's got really nice setup here. And it's got two of the stands that come inside the case. They just strap right in there with Velcro, so everything is built really nice quality, and that just flips over, and then there is where the lights come in, and that's where they rest right there in the pack. So these are lights that will mount up on most just common mounts for like studios. They got these little barn doors on there, nice flat LED panels. So these are the 60-watt RGB. So they'll do like regular, just lights, and then also a bunch of different color lights as well. Then here on the back, you can power this a couple different ways. You can power it with batteries, which they've included, or you can power it with the power cable that you see laying in the case. So I'll go over more of those settings here in a minute. A fully adjustable, customizable, and I'm actually using these in studio right now, so I'll go through some of the settings in the app with you. So here's just real quick the power supplies that come in these as well. Super, super easy to use. So let's take a look at what the backs look like. So this is plugged into power, so I have the switch turned to the power, and now I'm in CCT, so I can change the percentage. I can also click over and then change the light temperature. And there's a lot of customization to these lights and also inside of the app as well. I can change the GM here as well. So you get a lot of customization. You do have the mode button, so then you can go and change once again all the hue, saturation, RGB, and you can tap into each one of these, and they have their own settings. And if you've used any of the recent Godox lights, it's very similar interface to where you can kind of click through these manually. But the best thing is it does have the app that you can walk through as well. Then here's the menu. That's where you can connect to Bluetooth, which is how you actually connect to the app. So I'll just show you a couple more of these little settings here. And you can see that I'm just kind of going through and customizing every individual piece of this if I want to. Very, very cool setup here. So this does have some effects as well, so I'll show you that in just a second. But just want you to see all these little menus as we're going through them, and then I can click back into the mode here and show you all the different settings as well. So really, really cool little setup. And this is real simple. This is just clicking and turning, basically, and selecting. So let me speed this up just a little bit here just to get in and show you some of the effects, which I think these are cool. So once again, you have like a flash, lightning, cloudy, you have all kinds of stuff, so you can kind of see it flashing there. And you can, once again, tap into each one of these settings and customize each one the way that you want to, which if you're in video, if you're in production, this is very handy to be able to customize every aspect of lighting, which is arguably one of the most important parts of doing video. So that's kind of what that looks like up close. Let me show you how these hang up. So here's kind of how I got them rigged up. So I get them rigged onto a Manfrotto pole there with a clamp, and then I can just close these barn doors. And I've been using them kind of basic, the way that they are, which I'll show you that here in just a second with my lighting setup. So once again, I can come in here, and this is a little power switch, so you turn that off, and then you can turn it to the battery. But I just wanted to show you what it looked like with it off. But that little switch actually has like a battery that you turn on, battery off, or the power line there. So now let's take a quick look at the app. So here's the application, and once again, I have my key light, which is also a Godox light, the wall light, which is the light that shines behind me, and then my hair light, which I really like that as well. So let me jump over here. I'll jump to where you can actually see the light. So I have my hair light right here on my head, and then the back light, the wall light, is there on the wall itself. So let me see if I can add in the camera. Okay, so I've actually added just a little camera shot here in the bottom corner so you could see the app. And it's really simple once you get into it. You can kind of just play around with it, but it has CCT mode, it has the hue saturation, RGB, it has color chips. And so I'm selecting on my hair light. So if you look just at the top of my head, I'm just going to change the color to the chips here, and you can actually see the colors that are changing right there. And I can also do RGB, so then I can come in here and change this color, any color that I want to there. Or I can just go back to CCT, and then if I adjust here on the bottom, I can just adjust the brightness, and that's just going to switch back over. Now, I'll jump to the wall light. So this is going to be the light behind me. Right now, I just have this at a 5600 Kelvin. So once again, I can bring this down to 1800, or I can go all the way up to 10,000 Kelvin. But if you're looking for more warm light, you go a little bit lower, so you can kind of see that warmed up the behind me. I've just been running this at 5600 just to keep it very consistent. But if I wanted to, I could jump over to hue saturation. I can also jump over to RGB, and then there's like these little clips here that you can save. So I can save these little chips, if you will, these color chips, and I can just customize and select the colors that I want. Really fast on the go. And then if I wanted to warm up my hair light, I could do that as well. Now I'm just using these as like a background light and a hair light, or you know what I call my wall light and my hair light. But you can use them for all kinds of stuff. So you can see there in just like an instant, once you have these lights set up, I'm changing the whole atmosphere of my light setup. So if I wanted more of a warm light, I could do that and get more of like an orangey red light if I wanted to. I can move these around. I can place these on the ground or on the stands that they came with if I wanted to bring them in from a different angle. You can probably use these also as like key lights if you wanted to, and fill lights. Definitely you could use this as a fill light because you have full customized ability to change the intensity of this. So let's just for fun go to like a green color. Now I'm on intensity. I'll do intensity 1, so that's 0, intensity 0, intensity 1, and then I'm 1%. Then I'm going to go all the way up to 100%, and you can see the different levels of intensity there. And then I can change the saturation if I wanted to, so I can take out that green, or I can put it all the way 100% saturation. I can change the hue on it. Just a lot of different customizations that you can do all through this. Now, if I wanted to, I could also jump into like RGB, but I could also jump into effects. So real quick, I'll just jump into some effects here. Here's like a lightning effect. Here's a flash effect. Here's just like a cloudy effect, and I can fully adjust the intensity as well. So here's a broken bulb effect. So if I wanted that to be there, TV effect. So you should get the idea. I mean, just a ton of different options, and I definitely recommend these if you are doing any kind of video, and especially creative video. Like I'm not really doing that creative a video. I'm kind of doing a one-shot, scene here, maybe a couple overhead shots or whatever. This is fireworks. There's fire. There's explosion. There's welding. Police car, super fun. And you can change all the color schemes too. So if I want to do a traditional one, if I want to do yellow, and I can customize all these different ones and go into different modes as well. So if I want, different modes. So you play around with the app and you can really just figure out how to make this thing super cool, really, really fast. And if I just want to go back to my other settings, I can just quickly do that as well. So you could literally set up multiple different shows, multiple different presets, multiple different scenes, and be able to go through and quickly get all those up. So if you're running like a studio, podcast studio, production studio, obviously if you're doing film and things like that, this gives you, with the app, full control. And what I really like about it is all my key light and the hair light and the wall light, they're all on this app. So when I go to leave for the night, I just press one button and I can turn off either one light, I can turn off the hair light, or I can just come over and push one button that says all devices and turn off every light. And the only light is left is this one here that's just a little fill light that I don't have a Godox light. But my plan is to make this that way I have all 4 lights on one button, push them, and I can walk out of the office no problem with all my production off. So hopefully this gives you a good rundown of the lights. There's so much more you can do with them that I didn't jump into. I didn't even get into the batteries, which they've included the batteries as well that you can put in there, and you can use these remote. You don't even have to have plugins, but they're definitely going to work in your studio setting. If you have a like a portable power bank or something, you can use them in that as well. So a lot of options here. I know this is a lengthy video, but just wanted to give you a good rundown and give these things a huge thumbs up. I really have been enjoying them. Hope this helps.